Spiritual awakening. What they don't tell you when you're going through one, deep divers. Have you had a spiritual awakening? Oh, they didn't tell you that would happen, did they? They didn't tell you about that. No, deep divers, they didn't tell you. Because you see, so many people right now on the planet are going through a monumental spiritual awakening. What they don't tell you when you're going through one. We're going to talk about this juicy, fascinating topic. Deep divers, are you ready? The cat down the road is meditating with a Buddha bowl. Fantastic. Let's go. Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. Shout out to all of you deep divers. We're out here in the gold room. Another beautiful day. I hope all of you are taking care of yourself. I hope all of you are doing a little samba, baby. And shout out to everyone who's joined the new Ralph Smart Patreon page for all new exclusive content that's going to help you become your greatest version. And for videos which are way too spicy for YouTube, patreon.com/Ralph Smart. Click the link down below. So deep divers, let's talk about spiritual awakening, okay? What they don't tell you when you're going through one. This is in response to the amazing question I received. I'm going to share it with you, deep divers, and I want to thank the one who actually sent that question in. There are so many people right now who are undergoing a monumental spiritual awakening. And I know what it's like. You know why? Because I went through one, deep divers. I was there. And I got stories to tell. You're going to hear all of them, deep divers. You are going to hear all of the stories I have to share with you. But right now, somewhere in the world, someone is going through their first spiritual awakening. And they're unsure if this is supposed to be happening. Is this supposed to be happening? I'm not sure. Well, I'm going to help you because I've been there, done that, got the turquoise to prove it. Gone through many spiritual awakenings, and the truth is it never ever stops. It never ever stops. It keeps on going. And this is until we reach nirvana. Deep divers, this information I'm going to share with you is truly going to inspire you and help you become your greatest version. I want everyone right now to hit that like button if you support the real. Share this video with someone. Once again, smash that like button right now if you support the real. Share this video with someone because, you see, I know what it's like when you go through that first spiritual awakening. It can almost feel as if you are being transported to another world, another planet. Yet at the same time, people around you are living the same mundane existence. So of course, you might feel like an alien. You're an illegal alien. You're an alien. Where do you live? New York? In New York, exactly. So let's dive into this juicy topic. And start of the week, if you are watching this video, this is your confirmation. You will receive a major blessing this week. If you're ready for that, just say thank you. Deep divers, are you ready to dive deep? I thought so. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So let's talk about deep divers, spiritual awakening, okay? What they don't tell you when you're going through one. So the year is 2006, and Ralph Smart had just graduated from the University of Westminster. And I completed a degree in psychology and criminology, and the graduation is beautiful because I got my family there. I got my friends there. But I was also going through a crazy ass spiritual awakening at the same time. Deep divers, oh my gosh, it was intense. It was so intense. It was really, really intense. What they don't tell you about spiritual awakening is that it's really intense. Oh yeah. The first one is so intense, really intense, that even if you're going through a graduation ceremony, that doesn't even matter. You know why? Because it's just so intense. Like so intense. And when I was going through that experience of graduating, which is supposed to be one of the best times of your life, right? And also going through a spiritual awakening, it kind of put things in perspective. I started to realize that actually I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. And the life I've been living has been limited. And there is so much more to life I don't know about. And this is what a lot of people go through when we talk about spiritual awakening. Well, let me read you the question that inspired this video. Phenomenal question, right? Someone asked, "Hey Ralph, how you doing? As of right now, I am undergoing life-changing spiritual awakening transformation. Everything is crazy all around me. My family and my friends think I'm going crazy. Maybe you can talk about something like this in a video." Absolutely I can. Of course I can. Fantastic question, and thank you so much for writing that. Well, once again, I did go through my own spiritual awakening deep divers in 2006. And kind of mixed feelings. The reason why is because I had a breakdown. Ralph Smart had a breakdown in 2006. My current reality came to an end. In other words, the way I had been living was reaching its expiry date. And that's what happens to a lot of people with the first spiritual awakening. Like, their prior lifestyle is coming to an end. The reality they used to live is coming to an end. And even reality begins to look kind of strange. And for a second, you might actually feel like you're going crazy. I did. I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe it's just me. Not realizing that there are levels to this shit. And when you remind yourself that a spiritual awakening is beautiful, it is liberating, it is invigorating, it is soul expanding. At the same time, when you're going through the first one, you can feel alienated. You can feel alone. A lot of people go through a spiritual awakening for the first time, and nobody tells them it's actually a kind of lonely process. The reason why is because a lot of people don't understand what you're going through because they haven't gone through their own spiritual awakening. A lot of people, you might be diving deep with your friends and they're like, They give you that fluoride stare, right? And what you have to do is, let's breathe, deep divers. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. What you have to do is raise the frequency. What you have to do is raise the vibration. What you have to do is take that. Send them some good ass energy. People will misunderstand you, but it's okay. You are outgrowing your current version of reality. You are graduating to a higher level of awareness. And what nobody tells you about spiritual awakening is that once your awareness expands, nothing is ever the same again. Oh, deep divers, nothing is ever the same again. Look, happened to me along my journey. It's like the same places I used to hang out, they weren't appealing. My old lifestyle, clubbing, it wasn't appealing. I started to ask questions. I started to dive deep, and I realized MTL, there was more to life, right? There was more to life than we were being told. I realized we were being lied to by the mainstream media. I realized that news is fake. It's all fake, and only the cat down the road is real. Exactly, deep divers, right? I realized that society is so fake, and when you're going through a spiritual awakening, it's all about authenticity. It is all about authenticity. It's all about you finding out who you really are. And therefore, what people don't tell you is that it's not that you don't have people around you, because I had so many people around me, but I wanted to be alone. In 2006, I'm like, hey, I want to go on a retreat. I want to find out who I really am. And a lot of people don't tell you this, that actually you're going to go through a period of really sitting in a park alone, sitting in a forest alone, right? Meditating with the cat down the road. You're going to be in solitude. Well, what's actually happening is that you are finding out who you really are, because the world lied to you. Slow motion this side. And that's what a lot of people don't tell you. When you're going through a spiritual awakening, you do a whole lot of soul searching. You change your name. You find out your real identity. You realize you are the I am presence. A lot of people also go through a breakdown. I did in 2006. And reality was breaking down. Everything around me was crumbling. It's like the walls were caving in. And I realized I was the caterpillar in the cocoon, the metamorphosis emerging to become that butterfly. But it was painful. And if you're going through a spiritual awakening, it is painful. In fact, the great sages talk about how a spiritual awakening is very destructive. That's the reason why a lot of people avoid it, deep divers. The reason why they avoid it is because, you know, when people say, oh, that's too deep. We're all here to dive deep and find out who we really are and wake our ass up out of the matrix, right? But when people tell you, deep divers, oh, that's too deep, it's because they know that when you go through a spiritual awakening, it forces you to evolve. A lot of people don't want to evolve. They want to stay the same. But you are the brave one. You have chosen to go to the next level. Congratulations. But that also means that there's going to be a lot of pain. The pain comes from realizing you've been lied to. The pain comes from waking up to the illusion. The pain comes from realizing your old life is over. The joy comes from saying, actually, your real life has not even begun yet. Slow motion this side. And that's what nobody tells you about spiritual awakening. It is the most amazing life experience. The reason why is because you are literally being reborn. You are literally, deep divers, being reborn. Okay, and this happens with spiritual awakening. There are so many people right now who are having their first spiritual awakening. And a lot of people who go through this, they have a moment of dissociation with the persona, the mask. You know, so many people carry a mask in society. Even on social media, you've got people who are wearing a mask, right? The truth is, you have to realize the mask comes off. And when the mask comes off, everything changes. Everything changes when that mask comes off, deep divers. When the mask comes off, everything changes for the better. And there are so many people in life who are going through life trying to hold that mask on, trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to keep the fake persona life, the fake ass life. When you have chosen to go through a spiritual awakening, you are choosing voluntarily to remove that mask. And this is the reason why people who undergo a spiritual awakening realize that once the mask comes off, you don't want to put it back on. In fact, you can't put it back on because it doesn't fit. Slow motion this side. And there's no going back. Once you have tasted infinity, you can't go back to your old life And so many people who are going through a spiritual awakening, they realize this, right? They realize that actually we got to go to the next level. Spiritual awakening is the red pill, okay? And let me talk about that. In the film The Matrix, Morpheus hands Neo two options. He says, you take the blue pill, you wake up and you believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes, right? And a lot of people who take that red pill with a spiritual awakening, they see how deep the rabbit hole goes. And you might see some things which a lot of people aren't even ready to see. And you might see some things which are really going to shake you up and say, oh my gosh, I never knew the world was like this, right? I never knew I was like this, right? This happens during spiritual awakening. You enter a phase where you realize your shadow side. You become aware of your shadow side. And a lot of people don't tell you this with spiritual awakening. It's not all kumbaya and peaches and cream. You're literally coming face to face with your shadow. And that's the reason why a lot of people who undergo a spiritual awakening, the beautiful thing is that they begin to know thyself. They begin to know about the disowned aspects of themselves. They begin to heal themselves. They begin to heal the trauma. And so many people, they believe ignorance is bliss, right, in society. And that's what you say before the spiritual awakening. After the spiritual awakening, you say, actually, ignorance is expensive suffering, expensive pain. So, spiritual awakening, what they don't tell you when you're going through one, they don't tell you that friends and family will leave you. Some people will not understand you. Some people will. They'll call you crazy. They'll call you weird. They'll call you strange. You know why? Because they haven't reached that level of self-awareness. And that's the reason why you have to realize it's not personal. If you're going through a spiritual awakening, people might judge you. They might call you names. Realize today it's not personal. It's just that a lot of people in life, they play it safe. They never take a risk. They never want to find out the truth. They would rather a comfortable lie than the bitter truth. You're going through a spiritual awakening because you were able to sacrifice. You were able to take that bitter truth. And the good news is that the truth will set you free, and it does. However, you've got to remind yourself there are still so many people who are prisoners. So as you become free, you've got other people who are prisoners wanting to keep you in chains. So you have to realize that there's levels to this. There are levels upon levels upon levels. And it's all about you being firmly rooted in who you are. When I realized that, okay, after my awakening in 2006, I literally became a butterfly, started to know who I am, then have knowledge of self, traveled to over 50 countries, and I haven't looked back since. People come to me for advice. We're inspiring millions of people all around the world. You know why? Because Ralph Smart went through the spiritual awakening. If I didn't go through the spiritual awakening, there would be no infinite waters. Slow motion this side. So that spiritual awakening is amazing because your eyes are opening. Your eyes are opening to say, actually, there's more to life. There is more to life. There is more to you. There is more to everything that you see. There is more to everyone who you interact with. There's layers. There's intricacies. So, spiritual awakening, what they don't tell you when you go through one, you might have to change your career. Oh yeah. You might have to realize that actually you came here for a greater reason, a higher purpose. Because once you know, you can't unknow. I mean, you can be like Cypher in the Matrix, and he wants to get plugged back in the Matrix. But you see, When you have integrity, you say, okay, now I know better, I must do better. A lot of people who have a spiritual awakening, it changes everything they do, how they live, how they eat, how they communicate with another human being. In fact, a lot of people going through a spiritual awakening, they have more empathy, more compassion. They realize it's one humanity. They realize that actually we aren't separate. Everything is connected. Everything, deep divers, is connected. They realize that actually, if I hurt another human being, I'm actually hurting myself. So, spiritual awakening is the most amazing, liberating experience ever. And if you're just starting, if you're just beginning your first spiritual awakening, don't be afraid of it. Embrace it, but realize people will think you're going crazy. That's the reason why you must know who you truly are. Remind yourself you're not crazy. You're just waking up. Slow motion this side. And it's a beautiful experience. When you wake up to the truth of who you really are, you're going to be like Ralph Smart in The Heart of Nature every single day. You're going to be free, truly free, and at one with the universe. Deep divers, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? I want everyone right now to hit that like button right now if you support The Real. Once again, smash that like button right now if you support The Real. Share this video, subscribe. Also, join the new Ralph Smart Patreon page. For all new exclusive content, click the link down below, deep divers. And that's why I'm just saying. Feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? There. Let's breathe. That was beautiful. Let's go. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Once again, go and check out the #1 best-selling book, Deep Divers, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/thebook. The Bible of Becoming Your Greatest Version, and Feel Alive Part 2 is coming out, Deep Divers. You're going to love it. Also, check out the latest new book, The Book of 1111 Infinite Quotes by Ralph Smart at ralphsmart.com/thebook. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. And go and get the good ass prana shirts, Deep Divers, for men, women, children, even cats down the road at ralphsmart.com. ralphsmart.com/clothes, Deep Divers. Go and check out all the latest designs. Also on spreadshirt.co.uk and .com if you're in America. And if you want a one-to-one consultation with Ralph Smart, you can book it at ralphsmart.com/consultations. Deep divers, they tried to bury us. They forgot we were seeds. Spiritual awakenings are beautiful, amazing, liberating, terrifying, all at the same time. But ultimately, spiritual awakenings are all about realizing the truth shall set you free. Deep divers, one love. Let's go. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. Yo! Once again, deep divers, make sure you hit that like button if you support The Real. Smash that like button if you support The Real. Share this video, subscribe, and leave a comment down below of gratitude and appreciation, and let me know how this video inspired you to embrace the spiritual awakening. One. Peace.